Recently, known apostates Dimond Brothers produced a heretical and idolatrous video implying God views Trump in a favorable light, like he views the saints. That video you can watch here. I will not show it in this video. The Dimond Brothers are known to be pro-right-wing false conservatives who have a bias against topics that paint them in a bad light. I have previously discussed how their whiteness has held them back on the issues of confessing their white ancestral guilt to their sheep and enable actual spiritual growth. See my Twitter page. The Dimond Brothers and others like them are known political taunters. They have continued with their taunting by implying that God is choosing Trump as some sort of a divine and holy symbol, as if Trump is doing God's work, or that he is necessary to the survival of America. While God works in mysterious ways, he would never choose a heretic for any reason. Dimond Brothers have fallen into an evil trap by shining a bit of positive light on Trump, a known heretic and pervert. In this video, Trump is caught bragging about committing the sexual sins of adultery and lust. Women are not sexual objects. Like all sexual sinners, Trump shows no remorse.
You know, and
she used to be very, she's still very beautiful.
I moved on her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and she was married.
That's huge news there.
No, Nancy.
Yeah.
No, this was marriages, and I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took out furniture. I moved on her like a but I couldn't get there, and she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony and everything. She's totally changed her look.
She's your girl's hot as shit. In the purple.
Whoa!
Yes!
Whoa!
Yes, the Donald is scored!
Whoa!
Oh, my man! Wait, you gotta look at me when you get out.
Remember
You're
who
like,
sets this up.
That is very
You give me the thumbs
Look
up.
at you. You are a pig.
Thumbs up. You gotta get the thumbs up. Can't be too happy.
else off first? Yeah, let me.
It's very
You
funny.
gotta give me the thumbs up.
You and I will walk in.
Yep, so we can have it open, get the traffic opening.
Oh my god.
Close the door. So I have it closed and then,
Maybe it's a different one.
Better not be the publicist. No, it's her. It's
Yeah, that's her, with the gold. I gotta use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
whatever you want.
Grab them by the I can do anything.
Oh, look at those legs. All I can see is the legs.
No, it looks good.
Come on, shorty.
Oh, nice legs, huh?
Oof, get out of the way, honey. That's good legs. Go ahead.
It's always good if you don't fall out of the bus. Like Ford, Gerald Ford, remember?
There's a little down below. Pull the handle.
Hello, how are you? Hi.
Trump, how
nice
are
seeing
you?
you. Terrific.
Pleasure to meet you.
Terrific. You know Billy Bush?
How are you?
Nice to see you. How you doing,
Very
Ariane?
good.
I'm doing very well, thank you. Are you ready to be a soap star?
We're ready. Let's go. Make me a soap star.
How about a little hug for the Donald? He just got off the
Would
bus.
you like a little hug,
Okay,
darling?
absolutely.
How about a
Melania
little
said
hug for
this
the
was
bushy?
okay.
I just got off the bus.
Bushy.
There we go. Excellent. Well,
Come
you've
on.
got a nice co-star here.
Good.
Yes, absolutely.
After you. Come on, Billy. Don't be
As
shy.
soon as a beautiful woman shows up, he takes
Get over
off
here,
on.
Billy.
He's always happy.
I'm sorry, come here.
Let the little guy in here. Come
Yeah,
on.
let the little guy in. How you feel now, better? I should actually.
It's hard to walk next to a guy like
Here, wait,
this.
hold on.
Yeah, you get in the middle. There we go.
Good. That's
This is
better.
much better. This is.
That's better.
Now, if you had to choose, honestly, between one of us, me or the Donald, who
I
would
don't
it
know.
be?
That's
That's
tough
some pressure right
competition.
there.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, you had to take one of us as a date.
You have to take the fifth on that one.
Really?
Yep, I'll take both.
Which way?
Make it right. Here we go. Goodbye. Right in the days.
Here he goes. I'm gonna leave you here.
Okay.
Get my microphone.
Okay. You're gonna. Oh, you're finished?
You're my man. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna go do our show.
Oh, you want to reset?
Trump commits
Okay.
the sin of lust and masturbation on camera. After bragging about lusting after the woman in the purple dress, he goes in for a hug, a mortal sin in the Catholic Church. He then parades her around in public as he walks with her, arm in his. This is not a sign of bold masculinity but demonic possession. Trump is a sexual deviant who has divorced and remarried many women, who actively promotes sexual sin. Now, why would God show favor to someone who is the very embodiment of sexual sin?
few people who know Donald would dispute that he truly loved his first wife, Ivana. They had 3 children together, and I think he's very proud of those 3 kids. He subsequently fell into a relationship with Marla Maples, who was best known as a beauty queen, a swimsuit competition model. Looking back on it, he probably regrets the headlines that affair caused and the distress that it caused with his children. I talked to his kids about it, and they still can tap into that painful period in their lives. After Marla came his current wife, Melania. It's no surprise to me that this is the marriage that has lasted and will probably see him through the end of his life. I think it's really the one that fits. And these days, getting to the one that fits the 3rd time may not be that extreme. It's a pretty common thing for people to marry, divorce, and marry again. You can say that Donald Trump speaks to family values, but it's not the family values that people would have expected in the 1970s and 1980s. And this is where there's a bit of genius to this fellow. Yes, he's been married 3 times, but Americans live in a world where half of us have been divorced and remarried. 3rd marriages are not scandalous anymore. So when he goes out and speaks to evangelical Christian audiences, for example, they understand him, they know people like him, and they practice forgiveness. That kind of religious moralizing in certain circles is reserved for the other side. So were he a Democrat appealing to this audience, he might get in real trouble. But they're inclined to like him anyway, so forgiveness is the order of the day.
In their video, the Dimond Brothers accused the political party, the left liberals, of being guilty of sexual sins, and that being the reason why God saved Trump.
In Washington, a de facto invasion of the country, and other things. God has allowed this betrayal as a punishment for the sins of the people, especially for sexual sins and sexual immorality, as we've mentioned in various videos. So while we're happy that Trump survived...
Did you hear that? The Dimond brother just implied that God saved Trump because of America's sexual sins. They said God saved Trump. But Trump is a sexual sinner. By definition, the God of the Dimond brothers saves sexual sinners. Unless they meant that God saved Trump because the liberals were sexual sinners, like the LGBT, and that Trump was not as big of a sexual sinner. But then, does God hate liberals or sexual sinners in general? And let's not forget that Trump is pro-LGBT. So God allows Trump to be injured because of the LGBT, but spares him because he supports the LGBT? How does that make sense? Why would God save Trump, given that he is the embodiment of sexual sin?
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the you can do anything.
Since God would never make a symbol out of someone who is guilty of the same crime, sexual sin, the Dimond brothers have contradicted themselves. Further, the Dimond brothers are confusing. Their continuous support of a political party, not just Trump, but any non-Catholic party, is embarrassing as it opens up the diabolical idea of God using any heretic, like Trump, as a symbol for good. It means that God could use any heretic, such as someone from the LGBT, and turn them into heroes, like he, allegedly, did with Trump, according to the Dimond brothers. Can you imagine that? How could a Catholic person even think that God would prefer one heretic, Trump, over the other heretic, LGBT, for making symbols out of them? How could a Catholic person even think that God would show even the slightest favor to non-Catholics? Are we really to believe that God performs miracles for heretics? Does he perform miracles for gay people in the LGBT? What would the miracles be? And if that is the case, how come the Dimond brothers have never pointed out the supposed God's miracles among the LGBT, like God's alleged miracle at the Trump shooting? All they do is post and rant and post again about God's supposed favor of Trump and conservatives, but they never show any of the God's miracles for the LGBT or the left, which logically must exist if God is performing miracles for known sexual deviants like Trump in broad daylight. Why are the Dimond Brothers implying that one side is Catholic and the other isn't? Aren't they both anti-Catholic? Is this proof that the God of the Dimond Brothers is not the Catholic God, and instead a fallen god, devil, that is trying to sow division among the baptized, the chosen people of God, and Americans by forcing even the elect to choose sides among heretics and cause the destruction of the country?